one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Currently, I'm the treasurer of the Jazz Orchestra, and I'm also the co-director. And I founded the ensemble and the nonprofit in 2018 with Steve Johnson, actually. The two of us were sort of the founding members of the group. I play trumpet, yeah. I'm also the professor of music at UW Green Bay, which is how most folks around here kind of know me. Yeah, it's kind of sort of, there are two parts of what got the ensemble. There's sort of two parts of the group. First of all, there's the ensemble, there's the big band, right? There's the Green Bay Jazz Orchestra as a performing ensemble, 17-piece jazz band, playing traditional stuff back to the 1930s through now. But there's also the Green Bay Jazz Orchestra nonprofit, which again started about 6 or 7 years ago, and that arm of it is really, we have a board meeting today. We have a board, we vote on things, we send people out to do educational runouts at schools and things like that. We're talking about trying to have maybe a scholarship that we have in our name to get them some things started with that. So a lot about the educational side of jazz and what we can do in Northeast Wisconsin is the nonprofit. Yeah. And then the orchestra. Yeah, the orchestra is kind of funny because at the university, I needed a professional big band to play a concert that we had out there at the Widener Center. And so I put together a band and realized in doing so, talking to my friend Steve Johnson, that we should really make this a standing kind of a group. And so the Green Bay Jazz Orchestra was born, and sort of also included folks who, all of us, the same people, used to play at the Blue Opus, which was a restaurant back in town. A good friend of mine, Bill Hill, owned. And when they closed down, folks were used to playing for free once a month anyway, or more frequently with that group, and said, hey, why don't we move this over to the Tarlton, where we are now, and play once a month. So the first Thursday of every month, we give a free performance for everybody here from 6 to 8, which is always a lot of fun. Yeah. Basically the first Thursday of every month now through June, we'll be here at the Tarlton from 6 to 8. And sometimes we also have, and again, as part of the sort of nonprofit thing, we have high school bands come and play for 30 minutes or so before the professionals take the stage, things like that, which is really nice. So we've had a lot of local high schools bring their bands over the last few years. It's a chance for sort of once a month for all the jazz heads around to get together and kind of network and hear each other play. And we mostly kind of sight read a bunch of charts and play a bunch of fun music, all styles of jazz and Latin music and all kinds of things. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I actually teach jazz history at the university, so this is something that's right in my wheelhouse. And yeah, students are always surprised, college students are always surprised when they learn about jazz history, of how, it's 100 years of history or more now, and how much music that encompasses that they might not think of as jazz. A lot of the stuff in the 1970s that was sort of fusion jazz between rock and jazz put together. It's still jazz. There's still an improvisational element. It's still generally very American. I mean, swing, early jazz came up in America and was spread around to the rest of the world. And so in more modern times, seeing some of that music come back to the States from other places, and the Latin influences and stuff from different countries around the world, and how that comes back as jazz. Big bands are good at kind of managing all of those different styles. We can play all those different styles with all those instruments we have. Yeah. My dad was a trumpet player, and so in 6th grade, I had taken some piano lessons when I was younger, and I didn't really take to it. And so band came along in 6th grade when I was growing up in Kentucky, and my parents were like, "Hey, your dad's got that trumpet. If you want to be a trumpet player," I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds cool. I like the trumpet." And that was it. I took the trumpet out of the closet and got to working on it. And by the time I was about a freshman in high school, I kind of knew that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. I teach trumpet and jazz studies courses and some different things. Yeah. And I've been out there. This is my 19th year out there, which is hard to believe. Yeah.